Good morning! Welcome to the 4th episode of Lord of Life Good News for Kids. I'm your host, Alicia.
I'm your other host, Colin. And Andrew. We are so happy you are here with us today. We hope you joined last week when Miss Kelly, Gabe, and Hannah talked about perspective. Remember when we heard of a new big arrival in India?
Yes, the people who discovered it were blind, so they had to use their other senses and listen to each other's perspective. Everyone was feeling a different area of this mysterious arrival, and they all had very different things to say.
When they listened to each other and took the time to hear the differences, they were able to solve the mystery. The mysterious arrival was an elephant.
That's right! Remember, perspective means to appreciate people see the world around them in many different ways. It also means you tried to understand the world from another person's point of view. Thanks to those of you who gave examples of when you use perspective.
Grant says that when he writes a story, he often writes from different characters' perspectives to give a full picture of what each character is feeling during the story. Rosalie said she wishes she could see the world from her dog's perspective. Me too, Rosalie.
That would be so much fun. Everett says that when he disagrees with his sister, he tries to think of things from her perspective. That's a wonderful way to handle a disagreement, Everett. Thank you to all of those people who sent in those great examples of how you use perspective.
This week's character trait is teamwork. According to the Positivity Project we learn about in school, teamwork means to work well as a member of a group. It also means you can do what is best for the whole group and not just yourself. I can think of many times it's helpful to have a team. Baseball, soccer, football. Have you ever tried playing a game of frisbee by yourself? It does not work.
Teamwork is very important for sports, but it's also important for Christians to remember. It goes along with our reading today, which is in Romans 8 in the New Testament. For all who are led by the Spirit of God are children of God. For you did not receive a spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received a spirit of adoption. I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. For the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God.
The children of God sound like one big team. As one big team, it is up to us to work together to do what is best for our world. The Bible talks a lot about how we get more done when we stop worrying about what makes us different and start thinking about what we each can contribute to the team. This just said we have a good example of when the Lord of Life kids work together to get things done.
During last year's VBS, kids collected school supplies for local students who didn't have enough. Each of you brought in something, and by the end of the week, the school supply pile was huge.
Mission Possible worked as a team to serve the community in many different ways. Lord of Life kids served at a women and children's shelter, helped at a farm, got items ready at Grace and Spaces, and organized and dropped off all of the VBS school supplies to Facets. Way to go, everyone. More breaking news. We are seeing many cases of teamwork during this pandemic.
So many people are working together as a team to get things done. Doctors, nurses, and all hospital staff are using teamwork to help people get better during this pandemic.
Everyone who wears their mask is using teamwork to stop the spread of this virus. It may feel weird to put on a mask, but you are being a team player when you wear it. Families are working together to make sure moms and dads all have enough time to work and kids have enough time to play.
The church has been working together at a safe distance to make sure people in our community have enough food and clothing.
There are people across the country making homemade masks so everyone has something to wear. Restaurant workers are using teamwork to feed people and even donating some of the food
to the busy people working in the hospital.
So we see the children of God serving all over the place. It looks different now since we have to stay apart from each other more, but a lot is still getting done.
Your mission this week is to look for teamwork around you. Use your I Spy guys to notice everyone who is working together. Notice how much more gets done when people stop arguing and start serving.
I bet you can find a lot of great examples of teamwork.
We would love to hear your stories about how you thought about others first and used your skills to make the world around you better. So send in those stories. I'm your host, Alicia.
I'm your host. I'm Colin.
And I'm Andrew. Thanks for joining us for Word of Life Good News for Kids. Have a great week.
Have a great week.